Welcome to the After Spin. Opinions from thought leaders in our state. I want to ask John Hood and Chris Fitzsimon. Next week, December 13th, will be, to be specific, Governor McCrory has called a special session of the General Assembly to address legislation for the state's Hurricane Matthew responses. What do you expect to happen in this session, and is it possible the legislature might expand the agenda to cover other subjects? Chris, I'll start with you.
Well, I hope that what happens is they come to town and they come up with a plan to help as quickly as they can people in North Carolina that are still suffering from both the Hurricane Matthew flooding and the fires in western North Carolina. I think housing is still the big issue. I'm not sure when the federal money is going to be here. There is a lot of money in the rainy day fund. Some of that you need to use legislation to get out. I hope the governor presents them with a plan and they pass it, and I hope they do that and then go home. I fear, however, that with the election of Roy Cooper, that there might be some shenanigans about appointive power. There are a lot of rumors in Raleigh flying about limiting Cooper's appointments, about packing the Supreme Court, which I don't think is going to happen, but that's still, the rumor's still out there, about even changing the way local boards of elections or majorities are appointed. So there are all sorts of things. I think any of those things would be a disaster. The legislature needs to come to town, help the people who are suffering, and leave.
Interesting. John?
I don't know what's going to happen. I think that the most likely scenario is that it'll be a natural disaster short session, perhaps not just about the hurricane, but also about the fires in the mountains. But it is possible there'll be some other changes. I personally doubt that they will go to such extremes that there'll be a big public backlash. I don't really know, but I suspect that the lawmakers are thinking beyond the next few weeks or the next few months. And if they do that, they will make wise decisions.
Well, and they come back into session, what is it, January 11th?
Right.
They do, but when they're in session in January 11th, they have a different governor.
Right.
Yeah.
So presumably under a special session, they could enact some legislation related to the balance of power between the legislative and executive.
That McCrory
would probably not veto. So we'll see how it goes.
All right. Well, thank you for watching the After Spin. We'll have more video all during the week on ncspin.com.